All right, let's talk about LinkedIn. Today, we're cracking open an insider's playbook. And this isn't just some random advice, okay? This comes straight from Anwar Pirzada, a senior technical recruiter who's seen it all. We're talking over 50,000 profiles. So let's get right into it. It's probably the most frustrating thing about looking for a job. You've got the skills, you've put in the years, but your LinkedIn inbox? Crickets. So why is that? Why aren't recruiters beating down your door? Well, the answer is probably not what you think. And there it is. That's the big secret. The problem isn't you, it's your profile. You're not being rejected, you're not even showing up in the first place. You're basically invisible. And that's exactly what we're going to fix right now. To solve this, you gotta have a little mindset shift. You have to stop thinking of LinkedIn as just your online resume. It's not. It's a massive, incredibly powerful search engine, just like Google. And if you want to show up on page one, you have to start thinking like a search expert. So here's the bottom line. Visibility isn't some kind of magic. It's just math. Recruiters are on a mission, and they're armed with a list of very specific keywords for the job they need to fill. If those words aren't on your profile, then for all intents and purposes, you just don't exist in their search results. So how do they actually search? Okay, now for the fun part. Let's pull back the curtain and take a look at the exact tools and methods recruiters are using every single day to cut through the noise and find that one perfect candidate. It all starts with something called a Boolean search. Now, I know that sounds super technical, but it's actually really simple. It's just a way for recruiters to build a smart search using words like and or. So like in the example, they can say, show me someone who is a data analyst or a business data analyst, and they absolutely must know SQL or Tableau. See? It's how they turn a giant ocean of people into a targeted list. And that initial search can pull up a massive number of people. We're talking 50,000 potential candidates for a common role. I mean, no recruiter on earth can look through that many profiles. So what do? They start to filter. First thing they do? Bam. They filter by specific job titles. Right away, thousands of profiles that don't match exactly just disappear. The pool gets a whole lot smaller. Next up, location. The job's in Dallas, they apply that filter. Poof. Thousands more are gone. Now the list is starting to look much more manageable. And this is the final cut, the most important step. They filter by the specific skills they need, Python, AWS, PMP, whatever it is. And all of a sudden, that giant pool of 50,000 people is down to maybe a dozen top candidates. This is why having those keywords isn't just a nice to have, it's literally everything. Okay, so you're probably thinking, I get it. Keywords are king. But where do I actually put them? Great question. We're going to focus on what I call the big three, the sections that'll give you the most bang for your buck with recruiters. First up is your headline. This is prime real estate on your profile, and most people totally waste it. They just put their job title. Look at the before on the left. It's fine, but it's invisible. Now look at the after. It's packed with keywords. It's basically a magnet for any recruiter looking for Python, AWS, or fintech experience. And here it is, the actual formula. You don't even have to guess. It's like a recipe for the perfect headline. Start with your main job title, then add some similar ones, list your top skills and the tech you use, and then toss in your industry. This thing covers all your bases, so you show up in more searches. Okay, this next one is a total game changer for your About section. You have to remember, recruiters are always in a hurry, so put your contact info right there at the very top. That way, they don't have to click see more or hunt for it. You make their job easier, and that makes it way more likely they'll actually reach out to you. Now for your experience section, please do not just list your duties. That's so boring. Instead, use the ARM framework, action, result, metric. What did you do? What was the awesome outcome? And can you measure it with a number? This approach turns a boring job description into a story about your impact. And you can see the difference right here, clear as day. Responsible for managing reports. I mean, who cares, right? But what about engineered a microservices architecture, reducing operational costs by 45%? Now that gets you an interview. The first one is what you did. The second one is the value you created. All right, we've nailed the big three. Now let's run through some rapid-fire pro tips. These are the little things that can give your profile an immediate boost and make you stand out even more. 90. What in the world does the number 90 have to do with getting a job? Well, believe it or not, this could be one of the most important and totally unknown reasons you're not getting seen. It stands for 90 times days. See, recruiters have this secret weapon, a filter called recently active. And here's the kicker. If you haven't done anything on LinkedIn for the last 90 days, you might get filtered out of their most important searches. You could be the perfect person for the job, but if you're not active, you're invisible. But here's the good news. Staying active is ridiculously easy. You don't have to write long articles or become some kind of influencer. Seriously, just liking a post, sharing something interesting, or even commenting "nice post" is enough to reset that clock and keep you at the top of the list. And what about that green Open to Work banner? I know a lot of people are nervous about their current boss seeing it. Well, you don't have to blast it to the world. Just select the Recruiters Only option. It hides it from everyone at your company, but still lets the people using LinkedIn Recruiter know you're available. It's the best of both worlds. You get privacy and visibility. So let's bring it all home. The whole point of all of this, all these little tweaks and hacks, is to take you from being completely overlooked to being the person recruiters are actively hunting for, to go from invisible to in demand. And just remember this, it's not personal. Recruiters aren't trying to ignore you. They just literally don't see you yet. You're not being judged and found lacking. Your profile is just not speaking their language. And that is a totally fixable problem. So I'll leave you with this one final thought. Your LinkedIn profile is out there working for you 24/7. It's your personal sales agent. So after hearing all this, you have to ask yourself a serious question. Is your profile actually out there selling you, or is it accidentally hiding you in plain sight?